trying to figure out our lead-in music for our Friday movie segment with Tanya that we have. Rhino's stumping me with this one. I got last week's. Do you know what it is, Tanya?
I recognize the music, but I don't know where from.
I think it's still number one in the box office, Ant-Man and Quantumania.
Well, then it's a different sound than you used. Okay, that fits. That fits the description for that. And it is Friday here on Good Things. We got Tanya in the house to talk movies. So Ant-Man doing good?
Yeah, it's doing really good. The reviews haven't been the best, but, I liked it. I thought it was really good. But
at some point, you feel like they start to critique them too hard. Like, it's a Marvel movie at this point. It's a formula.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You're going to enjoy it if you like it. You're not if you're not.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, in that way. Okay, so what's out this week?
Well, this week we've got about as opposite as you can get from each other. You've got Cocaine Bear and you've got Jesus Revolution.
And which one did you go see, Tanya?
I went to see Cocaine Bear.
I hope your preacher's not listening.
It wasn't my first choice. It's just how things worked out. Sometimes it bees like that.
Yeah. So Cocaine Bear, number one, interesting title.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Rhino told us last week that it is based on a true story and, inspired by a true story, I should say, where for real, back in 1985, a drug runner's plane was going down, and he loads up all of his cocaine and jumps, but his parachute doesn't inflate or whatever. So, it was all the drugs were lost somewhere in Georgia, and I think it was Georgia. But anyway, a bear finds it and ingests it, but he dies of an overdose. But this movie takes some liberties and shows...
They made a whole movie out of it.
Shows us what could have happened. Yeah. But it's really... Okay, so I had no intention of seeing this because to me, it's like just a little bit, maybe a half a step above Sharknado. I mean, that's what I was thinking. But the more I read and watched... found out Elizabeth Banks is directing it, and I'm like, whoa, that's a game changer because I'm a big fan of hers. She's proven herself as a director. She directed Charlie's Angels, Pitch Perfect 2. She's so witty. I always like her humor. And then I saw the cast, and it's some pretty good people. Margot Martindale, who has won pretty much every award there is, and Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family. So, Carrie Russell's in it. And I think I'm going to give it a shot. So that's what I went to see. And if you like the humor of like Deadpool, you're going to like this. It's gory, but in a funny way. And there were jump scares. There were several times I closed my eyes, looked down. But it's really a fun movie. It's rated R, though, so it's definitely not for young kids, but it's just a lot of fun.
Well, now I'm intrigued. I would say I still may not go see it, but in the theaters. But I want to see it. Like now, you've got me interested in seeing it. I'm a Deadpool fan. Don't tell my preacher either or my mother. But I mean, I love the comedy aspect of it. And when you say it's gory but it's funny, that's right on like how Deadpool is able to sort of pull that off. And it's all about the comedic timing or whatever. So is the bear like a bear? Like, is it a...
Well, that's the other thing that really grabbed my attention about this movie is it's using the same technology, the CGI motion capture that Andy Serkis made famous with Gollum and Lord of the Rings and Planet of the Apes. It's so well done that technology is that there's like a big campaign to come up with like an Oscar category for it. And anyway, people have been, I saw Elizabeth Banks interviewed earlier this week, and she said that people are asking her, how'd you get the bear to do that? And she said, that's the ultimate compliment. It's completely fake, but it really looks real. There's a few scenes where you can totally tell, especially the mauling scenes.
Yeah.
But It's really amazing what she did. I mean, very well done.
The span of the movie. Now I'm intrigued to this is a high bear. So does it expand? Like because movies are only 2 hours, but sometimes they can span over days, weeks, or whatever it may be. Is it a 24-hour day in a cocaine bear, or is
not
it
even that long?
So they keep it at least realistic enough that this bear doesn't stay high for 5 days.
Right. It's just really a big chunk of a one day.
Yeah.
Is really all it is. But you've got all these interesting characters. You've got a couple of little kids that are out there that are skipping school, and of course, one of their mothers finds out, so she's there now. You've got the park ranger and an animal activist who she's got a crush on. So you've got that going on. And then you've got the drug runners, the head honcho. Oh, and I should say Ray Liotta's in it, and it's his last performance. But he's the head of the drug people, which is appropriate. He's so good at playing a bad guy. And so you've got those guys out there trying to find the drugs, and then you've got authorities out there. And so, and then like a young couple hiking. And so
that was a poor life choice, I'm sure.
You get to see all of their interactions with the bear and with each other. Some of their paths cross.
Yes. Well, I mean, I guess if you're up for an adventure.
Yeah, I mean, it's really it's just a fun movie.
Yeah.
You just you don't want to go expecting an Oscar-nominated type film.
Right.
Just go have fun.
So the other one that you didn't, you chose Cocaine Bear over Jesus Revolution. I'm just picking. It's just such a funny choice to be made.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see. I've had friends on social media that's already went, and they're raving about it.
Yeah, it's getting really, really good reviews, and it is PG-13. But what really stands out to me is Kelsey Grammer's in it. It seems like every new faith-based movie that comes out, you're getting bigger and bigger stars, which is great because you're going to attract more people when they see that name. But yeah, this is a movie based in the 70s, a young struggling mother and her son, and it's about the son's journey through California, where he befriends this preacher, a street preacher, and then a traditional pastor, and the pastor opens up his church for this young guy and his friends to come, and it starts a revolution. And it's also based on a true story. And I thought it was interesting because we keep hearing about these revivals breaking out, and so I thought the timing was very interesting.
In terms of that, you want to go see that one though, right?
Yes, I will go see it this week.
I sort of felt like I shut you on. I didn't mean to. I probably won't. I want to see that one. That's one though I'd go see stream. But it's very few movies I actually make to the theater. Is there anything else that's sort of trying to rival these two? Or
no, that's really it. I mean, you'll have Ant-Man out there, so I'm really interested to see because I know Cocaine Bear's going to do really, really well. But I don't know if it'll be able to knock Ant-Man off its pedestal. We'll just have to see.
And that way, anything new streaming?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head, but March, we have got a huge lineup. So you've got Creed 3.
They're playing a lot of the Creeds in TV right now.
Yeah, so you get a chance to catch up if you need to. And then one that I'm really excited about, Shazam! Fury of the Gods is coming out. Another John Wick, Chapter 4. And then...
Good Lord, he's not dead yet?
He's still going strong. And Dungeons and Dragons, the first movie that I'm aware of in that genre or that series. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is that the Dungeons and Dragons I'm thinking of, Rhino, with the... you had the thing as a kid.
The tabletop game.
Yes. Okay. There's never been a movie made of
Not from that universe. The rights holders for the Dungeons and Dragons tabletop RPG have been very stingy with movie rights until just very recently.
Is that the guy that looks like the Grim Reaper with the purple face? Maybe not purple.
Not necessarily. The world of Dungeons and Dragons is huge. I mean, it's got a couple decades worth of writers just throwing stuff at it.
Very interesting, though. You'll have a lot of fans and sort of things wanting to see, thinking, why is it taking so long for that sort of happen?
Yeah, and that's another one of those that spans generations. You're going to have all ages there. But when I first saw the trailer for it a couple months ago, I was like, this looks incredible. So I can't wait to see that one.
Can't wait to see it. But you got things to go see this weekend. Tanya, it's always good having you in. See you next week.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all stick with us. We got more